Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
You know you've reached peak couple energy when your undies match. MeUndies Match Me has you both covered, literally, in super soft ultra-modal undies, socks, PJs, and loungewear. Festive prints? Check. Cozy vibes? Double check. And right now, it's deal season. Get up to 50% off site-wide for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Take your couple game to the next level with MeUndies Match Me. To get deals up to 50% off, go to MeUndies.com/ACAST. Enter promo code ACAST. That's MeUndies.com/ACAST. Code ACAST.
Dreaming of getting the all-new iPhone 17 Pro designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever?
Then stay in bed and let a Boost Mobile expert deliver and set it up for you.
Oh, actually, they will have to get up and open the door.
Oh, right.
Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com. Terms apply.
Welcome to episode 93 of Winging It. Do we get to keep Fulham? They're lucky, you know. Do you remember you win the World Cup 3 times? You keep the trophy. 3 times in a calendar year we've done them at the cottage now.
I wonder if Anderson is hoping that we keep him so he can play for a team that actually wins something.
Oh, you bitch. I mean, he tried really hard not to let us win by keeping the ball for the entire game. Have you seen his stats on the game? He had 163 touches.
Does a touch include if I receive the ball and then I roll my foot over the top of it?
No, it's just like he was in possession of the ball that many times.
So that means he had, individual touches. It was probably about 273 if you include his constant shifting the ball from side to side before kicking it mainly out of play.
I did say it would have been 164 touches if he didn't lose Mark Gay for the corner.
Do you know what? I actually didn't appreciate that he'd beaten Anderson to the ball until I watched it on Match of the Day 2 yesterday.
Yeah, as Ryan Wallace said to me on Twitter as well, he went to the co-op when Nketiah scored as well. And I was like, did he? Because he went to track Kamada instead of, and just forgot about Nketiah. But yeah, anyway, more on that later. That win at Fulham has taken us to 66 points from the last 38 games now, which is again another new high, and only 3 off of when we finished third. 69 points in 91.
Nice.
So closing in. Although we have got Man City next.
No bother.
No bother. Yeah.
No bother.
The defence of the FA Cup starts, and it's a cracking draw. That's proper. That is a low-ranked team getting the defending champions of the FA Cup at home. Brilliant.
Is it going to be on a Friday night, a Monday night, Tuesday night? What's it going to be on?
Oh, hopefully Saturday 3:00.
Is that allowed?
That'll be a rarity.
I reckon we'll have to be on TV. We would have fucking hold us. Come on, show us some respect.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's 100% going to be on TV.
Yeah,
so we'll see when it is.
It is a great draw though. It would be a new ground for me. I completely forgot the draw was happening, actually, and then got the little pop-up thing on my phone. I was pretty pretty happy.
It was weird. I must have sensed our ball being taken out. Yeah, no. This.
Did you feel a breeze?
Well, along with saying that we own Fulham now, or beating them 3 times, there's a cottaging joke in there somewhere, but I'll just let it go. I remembered the draw was taking place and was like, oh shit, I'm going to turn the TV on. And I tried to like look on the BBC for it, and then like notification came through, but I guess it was on TNT or something else. But I got to say, it was like almost our ball got picked out, and then I was like, the draw. In my brain, something was just like, sense the hot ball was getting touched out of the tub. Who was making the draw? Any ideas?
Peter Crouch, maybe.
Okay,
I think. Again,
nice.
I didn't watch it, but I think it was him.
Okay, that would make sense. TNT, doesn't he? He does a lot of TNT, doesn't he?
Yes.
But yeah, new ground for me. I think, based on my wonderful footballogy stats, I think it's going to be the 100th ground I've seen Palace play in.
Ooh,
for me.
Very nice.
So Shelbourne will be 99, and then 100 for Macclesfield. I just remembered I got this beer here. I'm going to open it.
Oh. Casual beer check.
Oh, fucking hell, it's gone everywhere.
Oh,
bloody hell. It's like a cauldron.
It's like a fucking kids' volcano project for school or something. It's just gone everywhere. So what I will say next is we're going to talk about Parish and the Athletic. Some interesting comments, Hesketh. So if you can just fill the conversation whilst I'll dry my leg.
Oh, bloody well.
Whoa, that's not your leg.
Be glad this isn't a visual podcast, guys. Yeah, Parish. The stuttering is, believe me, well deserved.
Wow.
I was supposed to fill time, but I'm almost at a loss for words here, Albert.
Time has somehow completely slowed down.
It has. As
has Terence's furious rubbing. Thank goodness.
Parish spoke to the Athletic.
Yeah.
Did you read it, Albert?
No.
Do you know what's happening?
No.
Many things were talked about. Shall we go through them whilst Terence continues to clean up?
What were the headlines?
Work will begin on the. Now, stop me if you've heard this before. Work will begin on the new stand.
Ah, yes. Somewhat, yes.
Talking of time stopping still.
Yeah.
Can't remember if it was 20. What year are we in? 2025.
Did anybody say to him that putting a few cones out and having a sweep up doesn't actually count as work starting? Because,
maybe I don't putting some of the shopping trolleys back out front.
A few people standing there just sort of rubbing their chins and going, "Well, I could put it here."
Could do that, but
yeah, like, what are we talking about when we say work is starting?
Did he specify Terence?
He said holes. He specifically said you will start to see holes in the ground.
Fucking even more holes in the ground. I would say, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I've driven through that Sainsbury's car park many times. There are plenty of holes in the ground already.
He also sort of alluded to it, but as we all know at the time anyway, Textor wasn't very keen on stumping up money for the ground and would rather have spent it in the transfer window. So that sort of gets said again. There's some talk about OG in a potentially new contract and whether transfer funds dictate whether he stays or not. But it was sort of pretty no real new stuff there. More sort of,
no holes in the new contract.
No holes in the ground. They have to sort of align on what they want, and they're looking to do what's best for Crystal Palace. And Paris said that he would love Glasner to stay, which isn't a guarantee that Glasner will stay. I didn't feel particularly confident that he would stay. This is me talking rather than Steve Parish. What else did he talk about, Terence?
Well, there's been a bit of add-on to that based on Glasner speaking to Austrian Sky Sports. Have you seen this? He said, We're always in discussions internally, but with the tight schedule, there's hardly any time to talk about it. Think about it, sorry. I really don't know when we'd be able to sit down at the moment. We definitely have this schedule until January 10th. Then we'll move into the final discussions.
Hopefully, they're not having the discussions where they're drilling the holes for the new stand, because that could lead to an awful miscommunication.
I mean, final discussions sounds fucking promising. Look, Hesketh don't know what to do.
No.
Christmas has come early.
No. Hesketh is sitting there thinking, no, that sounds fucking awful.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
You have not swayed Hesketh yet. I'm sorry. I'm not having that.
Then we'll move into the final discussions.
I will believe it when he's bemoaning the lack of transfers in summer. This time next year, I'll believe it when he said we should have got someone in sooner.
I hope you're right, Terence, but final discussions could be, so thanks for holding on. Yeah, I'm not signing a new contract. Okay, bye. No. That also sounds pretty final.
It does, but I don't know. Visible work's going to start on the stands. Bring him in a player or two in January. I bet he's feeling a little bit silly now, or maybe not. In fact, I'm going to keep my powder dry on that. I'm going to speak about that later because it's a debating point.
There was one more thing that I remembered from that Paris chat, which was our favourite topic around these parts, which is multi-club ownership. Now, Albert, without having read it, what do you reckon he was saying?
I can only assume he's staunchly against it, seeing as the mess that it almost got us into.
Well, funny you should say that. It turns out quite the opposite.
What?
Linked to the new, I can't remember the acronym, PSR, SC something or other, whatever the new financial rules are. He reckons the only sort of way that clubs our size, I guess, will be able to get around them or to still be able to compete with the big boys is to join multi-club. So
interesting.
So who'd you fancy? Who'd you want us to buy?
Macclesfield?
I guess it can't be in England. We can't own a second club in England, so it'd have to be. Well, it has to be someone outside of the English rules as well. Is effectively what it is. So it's got to be another country, somewhere in Europe, I imagine.
Let's go Toulouse. For
Toulouse.
Me, it's near where my mum lives, and they play in purple, which is red and blue mixed together.
Okay.
That's as logical as I'll get.
Fair. Albert, you can't say Watford.
I wasn't going to. I mean, Strasbourg was nice, but they're sort of already in one, aren't they? Somewhere warm, maybe like a Lecce, just because I've been there, south of Italy. That's quite nice.
Yeah, I think Addo would like to have some Italian brethren. No, I play too much. Yeah, so that's a thing. Multi-club ownership.
Wow!
After so long of being against it, I guess we're now going to be for it.
Yeah, but it won't work against us because of they're relaxing that March 1st rule, aren't they?
Now, funny you should say that too.
What do you mean?
Yes, they are in fact doubling down on the March 1st rule, which I think is a good thing. The March 1st rule now will be the March 1st rule, and there will be no changing of it. There will be no extended deadlines or anything like that. It is now March the 1st, no exceptions, which is fun because then at least you know where you stand. And
check your inboxes.
Check your inboxes. But all that, no, you know where you stand. That's good. Because obviously part of our thing was like, but hang on, you was making concessions for everyone else and extending the deadline and blah, blah, blah. And it would have been interesting to see if Forest had qualified for the Champions League, what would have gone on there. Because Olympiacos got a good result in there tonight, didn't they? They won 1-0.
He did.
Would they be in there? Or would it have been Forest? Who knows?
I'm sure they would have sorted it out with a strongly worded letter.
But yeah, so who knows? But no, I'm a fan of them. If they're just making that hard and fast, this is it, regardless of your stature, whatever. But that will mean you've got anyone who's in a multi-club ownership in England having to go, we're still in the FA Cup in the 5th round. We might win it. We need to do something. No. Anyway, I've got a little bit more on Glasner. Bobby Mancy spoke to him, and he was talking about sort of the last week. And he was going, we came home from Burnley at 3 a.m. after playing Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday, always having just 2 days between games. We decided to give the players 2 days off. It's really funny how we are as human beings. We met on Saturday and it felt like we'd had a very long holiday because we hadn't seen each other for a couple of days. The staff met to prepare for Fulham, but the players had time off. They came back and were laughing and enjoying coming back together. You get used to the rhythm of 2 days between games travelling. We got back from Strasbourg and Burnley at 3 a.m. Before the game, because sometimes you believe you are fatigued, I showed the players the running numbers at Burnley. We were 4th in the Premier League in total distance. In the last round, we were 4th in the Premier League for high-speed running. I said we had to run because we lost the ball so many times, but we were capable of running like this. If somebody says they are fatigued, it's not true. They showed it again. I didn't feel they were more tired than Fulham at the end of the game. Credit to the players and fitness staff.
They were definitely tired. But...
yeah, tired. Well, I mean, Gay explicitly said it, they're knackered, but you always are. If you're playing sport at the highest level, you should be knackered at the end of every game.
I've always
You've got
said
anything? Yeah. But we're 4th in the league. Now, I'm struggling to... I know there's a long way to go, but I'm struggling to remember where I predicted we was going to finish in our predictions episode. Can anyone remember?
Drawing a blank.
Like I haven't sent the clip to the WhatsApp group this week.
If only there was some way to remember.
Well, it's on the episode named Tyrix Swinger. So if you want to go back to, I think, maybe episode 84. No spoilers, you can find out. And I think that means we're all going to Madrid in 2027, which is where the Champions League final will be held. Makes sense?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Not if we're part of a multi-club, we won't be.
Well, it depends. You have to buy wisely. A
Oh,
team that's not going to qualify for Europe.
Okay.
So we can't have Real Madrid as our subordinate team. Fuck.
That'll do. Right, let's talk about Fulham then. It was a brilliant night all around. I am, well, actually, less so on Monday morning when I had to get up for work at 5:45. But 4:30 on a Sunday, which basically means you're under the lights. And yeah, you can get home early if you if you go straight home from the game, unlike myself, who got in an Uber at like 11:30 from Putney, which was stupid. But I had a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Had a great night. Albert, you were there, penned down in the corner. You enjoy it?
Me and the stewards hanging out. Yeah, I did enjoy it, actually. It's the first time I've actually made it to Craven Cottage.
Really?
Yeah, it's Craven Cottage and Anfield. I've bought Liverpool. I've definitely had 3 tickets and never gone. I think Fulham before this game, I'd bought tickets twice and never gone. So it was nice to go. Very confusing to walk in and be surrounded by Fulham fans. I thought I'd fucked up. That's very strange. And then to the left of me, there was a couple of lads in Liverpool kits, which I thought was very novel.
What?
Yeah, so obviously I was literally in the last seat up against the concrete in the corner with all the stewards. And then it's the new stand, isn't it? The one on the left. Yeah. Two lads in Liverpool kits. Credit to them, they were the away Liverpool kits. So they had made an effort to not stand up too much. But you can imagine the shit they were getting for most of the 90 minutes. And, had that been you or I, we might have skulked off into the night. But they talk, talking to people doubling down on their way out at full time, kissing the badge at the away fans. And it was very, very, very strange.
Do they just support teams that we batter every time we play them?
Yeah, I don't know. But because I was with basically part of the stewarding team, I could hear everything the stewarding team were doing, and there was a little team leader steward woman who was very, very aggressive, and she was on the radio pointing right up at the upper tier of that newsstand saying, "Yeah, you look up there, it's about 8 rows back. There's someone in a palace top. Someone go and deal with it." And we all, I sort of looked up. It was quite early on in the game, and steward came down and oiked out a dad and a child, and the child was in the palace top. And it was a bit like, that's a bit harsh, bearing in mind there's people in Liverpool kits. And then as she pulled her walkie-talkie away, she looked at the rest of her gang and went, "I don't give a shit."
Wow.
It's like, you've just ejected it was quite far away, but there's no way this kid was older than 10 and with his dad and got ejected for having...
It's also, look to your right. There is literally a stand of Fulham and Palace fans mixed together.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
It looked like a bunch of Palace fans got marched out early doors as well.
Yeah, I think they were HF. About 10, I'd say, 10 or 12, maybe 14, sort of all got walked out by about 1,000 security guards. And I hadn't seen any, certainly no fucking smoke bombs or anything like that at that point. And I sort of, as they were walking past, I leaned over and said, why are you being kicked out? And one of them said, "Oh, every year they give a shit, so we're leaving."
Well, it was from the minute one, they were over there in discussions with them, like the stewards, the whole time. And it was, I remember it being the same in the league game last year as well. I don't remember anyone leaving.
But getting bollocked for what? Standing up because everybody else is standing up?
No, everyone else standing up.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I said to one of the stewards, I said, "Oh, why have they been kicked out?" And they said, "Oh, not following the rules." And I said, "What rule?" They said, "The rules." And they said, "Look, we know they're the ultras, but we can't give them that much leeway." I was like, "On what rule?"
The leeway rule.
What have they done? And I was asking out of genuine curiosity, because it's like, well, if they say, "Oh, they're setting off flares," you go, "Well, all right." But everyone was standing up. There certainly hadn't been anything along those lines. And it was only about, I don't know how many HF were there, because I couldn't see because I was fucking right in the corner. But only about 12 people left, so it didn't feel like it was a mass exodus. But yeah, it just all seemed a bit unnecessary.
Nobody puts Albert in the corner.
No, they do. They actually do. Seat 152.
Which I think is about the age difference between Patrick Swayze and the girl in that movie, isn't it?
Something like that. I sent a picture of where I was to Felix because he was there, and he said, "Oh, careful, they'll let the neutrals on you." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Funny you should say that. The geezer in the Liverpool shirt looks quite tasty," and he thought I was joking. And I was like, "No, there is actually a Liverpool fan there." Even he was aghast.
Yeah, must say, under the lights, so I thought the stadium looked splendid. Like, got a couple of really good pictures. I love that stand to the right, like the way Fulham FC is written across it on the middle and stuff, and the cottage in the corner and stuff. Yeah, I thought it looked great. In my pictures, I was trying to sort of like leave the big stand out.
Yeah, to say, it's obviously big and impressive, but it's a bit. It wasn't anything to sort of get excited about in terms of even the size of it, let alone what it looks like. But I thought, Craven Cottage, thought it was lovely, considering it's the second oldest club in London. So,
yeah, we was sort of reminiscing about the away end when it used to be an open terrace, like late 90s. Well, that's because even the stand that's there now feels like of a temporary nature. It's like they kind of put it up and didn't expect it to be there for this long, maybe, or something. But yeah, it used to be an open terrace. I remember losing, I think 2-0 there when they were on the way up, going up all the divisions with Jean Tirgana as their manager. Ruddock trying to stop Louis Saha or something like that.
Mm-hmm. By eating him.
Right. But I thought Fulham started really well, I thought, and put a lot of pressure on. I think sort of culminated really in Smith Rowe hooking a volley from a corner narrowly over the bar when he probably should have done a bit better. And then kind of out of the blue, really, we go up the other end and go 1-0 up. And it all stems, Albert, from Adam Wharton pinging it with the outside of his boot to Tyreek Mitchell down the left.
Yeah, I mean, there was plenty of outside of the boot action in that game, wasn't there? Which I'm sure we'll get onto. Yeah, I mean, Wharton was fantastic. Mitchell was incredible, and it's a really nice goal. You know, obviously, I think Wharton's, when he picks up the ball again, I think he's obviously aiming for Kamada, but again, it's a really incisive pass into the box. But Nketiah uses his initiative and obviously just steals it, which I think helps kind of, you know, leaves certainly Anderson and a few others flat-footed, and Eddie does the rest.
This has become Hesketh and Albert's favourite song.
Just fade out, and we'll leave it there. See you next week.
We only heard it about 30 seconds before we started as well. It's already number one.
It took me 5 listens to work out. Well, I didn't even work it out. Terence had to point out that they're singing about Eddie and Nketiah.
Yes. Yeah, beautiful pass round the corner from Wharton after, you know, Gay getting in that pocket again, where, you know, he's more recently he's been crossing it to the far stick, but this time straight onto Wharton, straight into, I mean, maybe Wharton was aiming for Kamada, who knows, but great movement from Nketiah, and what an incredible touch. And yeah, fantastic finish into the bottom of the corner. Apparently, I was reading the stats saying that's his 24th Premier League goal, and 21 of them have been scored in London.
Oh.
Your defence is in trouble. Eddie Nketiah is in London.
It's almost as good as
the nation's capital.
Drop it.
But yeah, great finish. Puts us 1-0 up. But again, I thought I was quite impressed with Fulham in the first half. Really played some really, really nice stuff. Immediately tried to get back into the game. And Henderson makes an incredible save from Smith Rowe. Some of the keepers we've had in the past, Hesketh, do you think Henderson's got the strongest wrist you've ever seen of any Palace goalkeeper?
Well, considering I saw some very unstrong goalkeeping from Sam Johnston in the Wolves game yesterday.
Well, you see, I was going to say that Sam Johnston would have held that shot, but no.
It was a really, really good save, and especially at like being there, he hit it hard and fast. So it was sort of, yeah, he definitely had to get a lot on it to push it over. And I think, yeah, it was a very good save. And like you said, that they sort of started off really well, as they did in one of the games last season before we sort of took control. And I was hoping that our goal would then just push us on to sort of be a bit more comfortable, but they came back into it a bit, I think, and equalised with a very, very good goal, unfortunately. Yeah.
I actually kind of polite golf clapped the goal whilst my hands were behind my back, so no one could see it except
like everyone with it. It was obviously a really good move, and the finish was brilliant, and everyone around me was just sort of like, well, that was good. You know, you can't really, there's nothing you can really do about it, is there? It was just a really good goal.
But it's encouraging, Albert, that it takes an incredible move and a finish like that to break us down from open play is basically.
Yeah, I mean that you know the move starts quite early on, doesn't it? It starts in their own half, and they move the ball around, and it's really patient build up, and you know Wilson's movement, even to end up on the end of it, is really good because he's out wide, isn't he, in our fullback position before sort of drifting in. But yeah, it's a wonderful team goal. It's like It's like the goal we scored against Liverpool, 5-6 years ago. Just everybody passing and moving, and I mean that little sort of triangle at the end that they put together is so fast and incisive that you can't really look at anybody and say what were you doing. It's not a defensive error. It's not down to bad shape or anything like that. It's just it's a fantastic team goal, and like the finish is exquisitely good. It's a great build up, but the finish especially really puts a big juicy cherry on it. So
I wonder if the two guys to your left recalled our goals against Liverpool at Anfield, because there's been two of them. There's the Townsend one and the Eze one a couple of seasons ago. Yeah. And then the way it was finished as well, arguably the League Cup game, a lot more direct, so the little flicks around, turn around and create the space. Yeah,
I don't think they remember it because they were at Craven Cottage watching Fulham. Weirdly,
I did see on the on the highlights. Jamie Carragher called it a wow moment, or something like that. So that goal, it's a wow moment. It felt like he was winning a bet. Like he's like, I bet you I can say this in the commentary tonight with someone, is what it felt like when it happened.
I'm listen. I'm not one to advocate for Jamie Carragher much, but I'd say that's a valid wow moment.
He got he got some abuse on Monday Night Football, did you see this?
I did.
Have you seen it, Albert? He said he's obviously been asked to talk about Mo Salah saying I've been thrown under the bus, and he's like really being like trying to be very particular and deliberate with his words, and he's like, have you ever heard me criticize what Mo Salah's done on the field? And without missing a beat, he's like, the other guy goes, you said his legs had gone last week. And Carragher was furious. Also, just one more bit on that Salah, the Liverpool press officer in the background, his face when Salah says it is unreal. He's just like, fuck. You see a man whose job is just about to get really hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, brilliant.
Awkward.
Yeah. And so loads of people say, right, you're about to speak to Norwegian TV now, just one more interview to get out of the way. And he's just gone, fuck it.
Yeah. Norwegian, they probably won't understand this anyway.
Yeah. He looks like he's going to be off in January now, doesn't it? It's crazy, right? Should have just left at the end of the season.
Agreed.
Sure, he won't be complaining about the signing on fee he got.
Decent option to come on for Sarr when he's tired on 70 minutes.
Swap it out there.
Just putting it out there.
Right, so yeah, probably gets us to half time. Then
300 sensors, over 1 million data points per second. How does F1 update their fans with every stat in real time? AWS is how. From fastest laps to strategy calls, AWS puts fans in the pit. It's not just racing, it's data-driven innovation at 200 miles per hour. AWS is how leading businesses power next-level innovation.
When you think about meal kit companies, what do you see? Probably long, complicated recipes and subscriptions you can't escape. But with the new Blue Apron, we're doing meal delivery differently. No subscription needed. Faster, easier meals. And the same dedication to quality we've always had. Shop 100+ meals at BlueApron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BlueApron.com/terms for more.
Fulham, we thought had scored, but we get one of the glorious big toes are offside. It felt weird, like the whole thing felt weird because the players clearly weren't complaining about the offside because there's no way they could have known that. But the Palace players seemed to be complaining about a handball or something.
Handball, yeah.
It was also just another note. We've got to have one little moan about the ref. Fulham players could just lay down on the floor and they would get a free kick. and the same fouls would happen to Pino and he'd be told to get up.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Really noticeable in the first half as well. Just like every time they went down, regardless, they got the free kick. Very annoying.
And I was like, oh, who could this referee be? Oh, the one who disallowed Deze's free kick at Brentford. Makes total sense because he's just incompetent. Right. And he's still incompetent 2 years later or wherever we are now. But yes, so obviously get a bit of a reprieve there. Albert, you can't complain, though, right? We've always said it should just be the feet for offside, and his toe was offside.
Should just be the feet. Let's move on.
Cool. Then I think a really, really big moment in our season occurs. We bring on Uche for Mateta. And
glossing over the Mateta chance, are we?
Oh, well, yeah. I was going to talk about that within here. No, I mean, we've said it a lot, although, Glasner said that he doesn't think we're fatigued. As a whole unit, maybe not, but Mateta, I just don't think there is any argument that he's not fatigued, because Bassi and Anderson had just bullied him, basically, for the entire game. And just before he went off, it got to the stage that Mateta was just trying to spin him behind them because he used his pace to get away. But then it turned out Bassi was faster than him anyway. And of course, he has the chance that he drags wide. Ned, obviously, I think we might have talked about it last week. There was a video going around saying that is he actually left-footed and he doesn't know it. I was joking that dispelled the myth that he's left-footed. But yeah, just another, and you could hear audibly from the crowd when he dragged that wide. The crowd is on it now as well, just like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
But he gets off within half an hour ago, maybe something in and around that Uche comes on, and we were saying around us, like, considering how physical the centre-backs have been, Uche's a big lad. Hopefully he can come on and he can cause them some problems. And I think it's fair to say that he did that, Hesketh.
Yeah, it was good to see him play up front as well. Instantly, I was like, okay, well, that's not really something we've seen. So that's a good chance for him to get good minutes in a position that he can probably do well in, if he's going to do well anyway. And like you say, certainly with Bassi, I noticed it. Whenever the ball went up in the air, even if Uche wasn't winning it, Bassi seemed noticeably concerned that Uche was around. So, so yeah, I thought he was. It's a weird one. I don't think he was brilliant, but he did just sort of running up. Sounds really stupid, but running around and being the presence made a difference. And it was, yeah, I was really pleased with it. It was the best we've seen him play, but with a very small number of minutes that he has played. But I think he made a positive difference, and we'll get onto it. But he was sort of the move that led to the corner, which led to the corner that we scored from, was him getting on the end of a tie cross and forcing a save from the keeper. So yeah, I think he can be happy with what he did. He looked happy, when Henderson pushed him towards the fans at the end there. So he's getting his good performances in just in time for AFCON.
Yeah, I wonder if part of that, Bassi and him have history in training. So he's playing for Nigeria together.
Yeah,
he's sort of become he's worried about not stuff that he's seeing right there and then, stuff that he's experienced already firsthand. But yeah, I just thought he showed that he could occupy the back line and give them things to think about, use his strength. He has got a bit of pace about him as well. And like earlier up in the show, I said, I'll keep my powder dry. It was more around wondering if Ollie has obviously said in the post-match that he thought he did well and he's got in the minutes that he's had. And I was wondering if he feels a bit silly now not playing him a bit earlier, but maybe it's just taken him this amount of time to actually learn the system and prove to Ollie off the pitch that he knows the system in training and all of that. again, if you think about players who joined late in all the other windows who have then become better down the line under Glasner and within the system, like Kamada, who should have known the system really because he played a similar one at Frankfurt under him, but not completely. But yeah, so maybe it's just taken this amount of time, and now, yeah, I just think he's done himself a lot of favours. Really unlucky not to score from the charge he talked of. Brilliant cross from Tyrek Mitchell, and just doesn't quite get there. And Leno does well, but then it's like a flurry of chances. So that from that corner, Pino's shot is blocked. I mean, Pino is like the unluckiest person in the world, I think, when it comes to shooting. But yeah, it gets blocked, goes out for a corner. Pino runs over to take the corner, and Albert.
No, it wasn't me. It was Mark Gay.
He climbs highest to head home in front of the travelling support.
And some of the Fulham support.
And yeah, scenes in the away end.
Thumping header. Yeah, it was great. I mean, but back to the Uche thing, I think it was a good game for him to come on to because obviously, Fulham are at home. It's a Marco Silva team. So, they were, whilst they obviously weren't throwing complete caution to the wind, they needed the win just as much as we did and were going for it. So it was nice to see that space sort of open up for Uche to, exploit. And like I say, he makes some great runs and nearly scores. But yeah, it does lead to that flurry of corners. The first corner is a nice sort of work set piece. Is it Kamada who leaves it? I don't know who it is. Someone steps over it to leave it for Pino. And then, the other corner comes in and it's another tick on the set pieces stats for us. And, I think, on the grand scheme of things, a draw was probably fairer all round. But, we took our chances more than they did. I think Fulham fans would have been gutted that, after going 2-1 up and having it ruled out, they're probably sort of, gutted that they couldn't grab the game. But it's nice to get a last minute winner. And, I think on balance of play, if someone had to win it, it was probably us.
Yeah, definitely like the last half an hour as well, it felt like we would, the only thing I thought up. So again, just the Tyrek Mitchell trajectory upwards, he was just unbelievable. Like every time he got on the ball, he just caused them so many problems. And just before our goal as well, there was a point it looked like he was crowded out by 3 Fulham players and just sort of like appeared out of the middle of them with the ball and broke into their area. And it was that the one when he put the cross in. I don't think that was the one when he put the cross in, but yeah, it just works really well.
He definitely seems to be a lot more confident coming inside a bit more. Traditionally, I think he's traditionally he's been very much go down the outside and try and cut it back, but he's definitely sort of trying to make inroads into that sort of inside position as well.
What I quite liked as well with Ty is with Klein playing on the right, it definitely seemed like Ty was the attacking wing back more so this week, whereas normally we're seeing the right hand side bombing on. And I think Klein played really, really well.
Nathaniel
Klein. Klein is fine, as we agreed his slogan would be before the game. By the way, I was having a drink with Albert before the game, and when the news came in that Klein was starting, Albert played it very cool, but you could tell he was absolutely loving it.
No, just,
What's he there for if he's not going to play?
Welcome.
Hey, Albert.
You're welcome. You don't have to say it. You're welcome.
Yeah. Obviously played in the absence of Danny Munoz, who...
Don't try and fucking take the gloss off it.
He was well, I mean, as much as Glasner might want to say he was man of the match, he wasn't. Glasner was saying he was man of the match just because of lack of minutes and all of that, and he stepped in, he didn't fuck up too bad, but he was a man of the match. He just did well considering.
Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one.
Of course. But he was, as I say, replacing Danny Munoz, who was, based on rumours out back, either was sick, had a swollen knee, or had beaten up some old Bill. was just flying around out back. There are lots and lots of social media accounts that still have lots and lots of posts up about how it was Munoz that beat someone up in the street, and still haven't deleted them, even now that we do know it was Ivan Toney who had done it. But yeah,
Forrest would have written 17 strongly worded letters about that by now.
All with AI.
Yeah.
Lots of double dashes. But hopefully Munoz isn't out for too long. Probably don't need him for Shelbourne. Give him a rest in that. Get him back for the City game. Yeah, lovely. But anyway, scenes at the end. You've touched on it. Uche. Well, Lacroix done Lacroix things, as he always does, which, you know, I think Hesketh has already talked on his socials about how much you love him.
I do. I'm a sucker for all that shit. I love it.
And then they threw Uche forward, who did some wait, and then kind of fair play to him. He hasn't got a lot of minutes. Kind of misread the room that we were about to sing "We Love You," and probably went for it again. Came in for round 2, Albert.
Yeah. I feel bad because he did really well, but come on. When he managed to break through and almost was basically on goal in almost a one-on-one situation.
I forgot about that bit.
And then he just folded up into
foul, by the way, I reckon. That's a foul for me.
He knew he was offside, he was just keeping it light.
No.
He also should have passed it to the Veni, who was like completely unmarked to his left.
Yeah, no. Look, you got to take the plaudits when you can, just like I have from you lot for the Nathaniel Klein shout. You know, but I'm not going to go in for it twice.
Would you say that you're just spitballing here with Uche, performance, goals, no goals, AFCON, whatever? If your thighs were that big, would you also roll up your shorts like that?
I'd definitely fall over like that if my thighs were that big.
I mean, my thighs are that big. They rub together all the time, and I've constantly just got like soreness down there between my thighs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hesketh, anything you want to share? Any ailments or?
My thighs are not that big.
Fine. Anything else rubbing together?
The money, my hands at the money I've made for... No, I'm poor.
Yeah. Well, all this talk of thighs rubbing together and Tyrek Mitchell coming inside, we might need to put an 18 rating on this podcast. God damn. I do want to talk about Henderson again, though. Iconic scenes at the end where he just stood there, hand in the air,
not like Hennessy.
One index finger over his lips with a big shh, and the entire way in brought in. Brilliant pictures from Seb, by the way. Couple really of Gay, one of Henderson. Some fantastic pictures on his Patreon. And gets the whole crowd singing. But how loud is his voice? Did you see the video of it? His voice is so loud. I was right near the back and I could fucking hear him. No, nothing more. Okay, cool.
Albert looks like he's been switched off. You still there, Albert?
My mind wandered. Sorry.
He's still on tires. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Is it hot in here?
No, but then we move now to Dublin. We've got Shelbourne on Thursday, and we are seeing the results of the trouble in Strasbourg by having to use our ID to collect tickets from Temple Bar, of all places. Come to the biggest tourist trap there is in Dublin and collect your tickets. Is there also, are you saying there's a coach from there to the ground as well?
Yes.
Is this like a free thing that's with your ticket?
No.
No.
You need 10,000 points to get on it.
Yeah. I bought a couple of tickets. I can't remember how much they were. 13 quid, 12 quid, something like that.
Is it a return?
Yeah, it is. And primarily bought because after Strasbourg, I may mention this. Me and Vanessa walked back to our hotel from the ground, and it took an hour, and it was fucking freezing. And we were just like, let's just get the coach.
I walked in a straight line on my own.
I also did have a mini panic when I was looking for the receipt of my tickets for the Shelbourne game and couldn't find it. And then was like, did I not buy tickets to the Shelbourne game? That doesn't seem right. But I remembered it's because a friend of the pod, Nick, got ours. So that obviously the receipt goes to him. Mm-hmm. So that was a pretty stressful 2 minutes, I must say. But tickets are there, and I'm looking forward to it.
Logistical question at this point.
Yep.
What does having to collect the tickets in person with your ID, what does that prevent exactly?
Well, it prevents people who don't have 10,000 points being at the game. Kinda. I mean, I guess there could still be ways that you can hand off your ticket after. I don't know what your incentive would be to do that if you've travelled all the way there and you've bought a ticket to then give it to someone else in between. And they said they will be doing spot checks at the stadium as well anyway. So, yeah. So in that sense, they've probably... I know nothing. I've not asked anyone. This is just mere speculation. But there's enough videos knocking around. They've probably identified some people, been like, well, you don't have 10,000 points. You don't have 10,000 points, yet you have a ticket, blah, blah, blah. And it's sold out in the first phase. So how do you have a ticket? So this time round, that's one of the preventive measures in place to try and wheedle some of these people out. Not that will stop them travelling.
Yeah. I did see. I've got an Irish friend who's sat in the home end, and everyone who bought the Shelbourne bundle or whatever for the home for their home games got an email basically being like, if you're wearing any Palace stuff or you're singing any Palace songs or you have anything Palace anything anywhere, you're not getting in. Don't do it.
I don't give a shit. It's the same woman.
It's the same woman.
Same woman. The Shelbourne bundle sounds like what's going to happen when the HF and the Addo lot meet outside the ticket collection point.
Yeah. Yeah, it also does make me wonder as well if it's a case of that's going to be their way to pick some people up as well. We have to drive you through here to get your ticket. Can you come with this way with me, please, sir? When you get there,
Bonk.
And that'll be me for climbing the cage.
Yeah, you want to watch it, Rob?
I recognise that back.
But also, good game. It's the first time in major European competition derby, us and Shelbourne. Their first time in the group stages of European tournaments. So, yeah.
Reckon who's starting? Eddie? Ooch? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Mateta will probably start. Want to get him some goals.
Do you reckon we'll do that thing where we know when our regimented subs are going to be? Like one at half time, one on 60, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be similar to that. It depends. I get, Shelbourne have lost every game, right? Have they lost every game?
Shit, have they?
Yeah,
I don't
like that.
No. Weirdly,
you didn't like that we hadn't lost at Fulham since 2005, and we still haven't lost at Fulham.
How pissed off I was when you sent me that. Livid.
It was also first thing in the morning as well, so I knew you'd be waking up to that.
I forwarded it straight to Miserable Dave, who then forwarded it to other groups we were in.
Shelbourne have a point.
They have a point.
As do Shamrock Rovers.
Okay, so they have 1 point. Fair.
Yeah.
But it's obviously we've got to win, obviously, because we've got to win the last 2 games.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the changes. I think, I think you can give Mateta a rest. Heaven forbid there's some absolute disaster and we're 0-0 at 70 minutes. You can always bring him on, but I'd like to think we could make a few rotations. And it sounds like I'm being disrespectful, but I'm not. But we're in a great place of we're still swinging with the big hitters at the top of the Premier League table, and it's a big game at the weekend as well. So, just playing the margins, I think we should be seeing what changes we can make against Shelbourne, hoping that we don't have to call on any perceived big guns, and we give those players an extra few days because we know Sunday is going to be difficult.
I think I've said it in the past, something similar. If we beat Man City on the weekend, my head will be on Mars. I'll be dreaming of winning the Premier League.
I am shaking my head right now.
Yeah. I'm still utterly convinced we should be top of the Premier League already anyway.
Did you see all someone put together a little sort of compilation of all the Arsenal players' reactions to when they conceded that last minute goal, and it looked like it was AI. It
did.
What the fuck David Raya was doing? It looked like
having a tantrum, wasn't he?
Yeah, So I think calling it now, I think the Arsenal wobble was already happened. Who knows?
I did see a good tweet from an Aston Villa fan. It was like a screen grab of the top 4, and they were just like, "I can't think of anything more terrifying to see coming up behind us." Yeah, but we do play them without Sarr, don't we? Because he'll be at AFCON unless they go out early doors, but I don't think they will.
No, I think they're probably going to win it.
Are they the favourites?
They must be up there. They're a pretty good team.
But Sarr might be back for City. Apparently injury isn't as bad as first feared, and yeah, so that'll be good.
That will be good.
Hopefully Munoz will be back as well, and we can have a good go against them. Like we normally do, to be honest. It's not like what was it, 2-2 at Selhurst last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'll take a 2-2 now. So
yeah, it's weird that like Fulham racked up 4 past them as well.
Mad.
Yeah, but that's obviously just one of those bananas nights that happens. But yeah, so there is going to Thursday. I will again. I guess Conference League Chronicles 4. I might be a bit more organised this time because I'm not planning on being as drunk as I was at Strasbourg.
I can write that down.
Well, I'm leaving much later. I don't land in Dublin till 3:20. So by the time I've gone to the freaking hotel, dumped my bag, gone and queued up for my ticket, I think I'm going to be cutting it fine basically to get to the ground. So see how it goes. Yeah, maybe there'll be a lot of post-match content this time instead of pre-match content of trying to pronounce Belgian beers.
So your pre-match content was essentially fucking French posh lager.
I don't think it was posh. Weren't you guys drinking Stella?
Yeah, we were. Whatever you were drinking in the Fluffy Elephant, whatever it was called.
The elephant souffle.
Yeah, you'd have been on something natty in there, I'm sure.
I wasn't. I was drinking what you guys are drinking. We were on the same stuff.
Fair enough. Slumming it for a change.
Slumming it.
Yeah, because they had like hazy IPAs that were like 7%. I was just like, I don't need that in my life.
How am I going to scale the fence if I drink more of those?
Yeah. I'll tell you, I dread to think if you didn't bring that Flammkuchen over or whatever, what do they call it? Framboise and from
thin and crispy pizza.
That thin and crispy pizza.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I don't know what they call it.
Yes, like because it's what they're known for in Strasbourg.
Yeah,
but I know it's called Flammkuchen in German.
Yeah.
We can actually do this between us now. Now that we're fourth in the league, how does the Champions League theme song go? Die meisten, die besten. Hesketh, your turn.
This is like the Nketiah song all over again. I didn't know there were words. I thought it was just the champions, and that's it.
That goes, die meisten, die besten, les grandes équipes.
Yeah, the big clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, this is new.
Champions.
This shows
that's the words.
This shows how much I watch Champions League football.
I mean, it was literally written by a Palace fan. We should all know the words.
Was it?
What? Doc Brown?
It wasn't Doc Brown, no. The Champions League anthem was written by a Crystal Palace fan.
What are you talking about?
How did you miss this? Like, we did a whole piece in it, maybe around COVID time?
That was a very dark time. I remember doing an episode with Albert about Neil Warnock living in a house with us and what he'd do to the cutlery drawer. COVID was a dark time.
To be fair, I'd forgotten that as well.
Hang on, I'm gonna find it here. Find his name. Crystal Palace. Oh no, hang on, that's not what I'm looking for. Meet the Crystal Palace fan who composed the Champions League music.
Bill Wyman.
Tony Britton, a fan who started going to Selhurst Park back in the era of our first promotion to the top flight. And there's a whole video that here's him walking at Selhurst Station. There's a whole video of him playing it on the piano at Selhurst Station.
Wow. Top content.
2019, so it was before COVID. There you go.
No wonder we don't fucking remember.
Shout out Tony Britton.
Shout out Tony Britton.
Well, that was the only trophy we had at some point. We wrote the Champions League anthem. Now
Champions
we don't have
League
to worry
theme,
about this thing.
You'll never sing that.
Yeah, exactly. It would be very niche. Even our own fans don't know it.
Yeah, well, it turns out you're right.
Brilliant. But so look out for me if you want to come and have a chat for Conference League Chronicles in Dublin. I'll be somewhere with a Guinness, I imagine.
And an Alan Lee flag.
Oh, fucking don't. There will be an Alan Lee flag. Someone messaged me a picture of their Alan Lee flag. Motherfuckers. No, shout out Alan Lee. Please don't punch me if you're out there. And one final thing I will say before we go is shout out to my dad, who just did couch to 5K across 9 weeks at 64 years old. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
Man ain't done a single piece of exercise in his entire life, and he's got up and done that. So shout out to him.
Get back on the couch now.
And shout out to Keith, who Palace friend of the pod, who has a road bike that he's going to let me use for the cycle for the Palace for Life Foundation. Lose.
What a sick.
Yeah, he seems to have forgotten that he is giving me to the bike, and it'll be in Croydon for quite a while. So I'll have to get a good look. But no, so Fulham was a good productive day in terms of not having to spunk a load of money on a bike to do that ride. But training is going well. As in, I've done 0.
Considering you've told us that you've only just organised getting a bike, I think we can only don't have to imagine too hard how your training's going. Are you just walking along the road pretending you're cycling?
I do have an exercise bike at home.
Oh, why don't you use that then?
Well, there's a lot of clothes hanging off of it at the moment.
Just pedal harder, bruv. It'll get going eventually.
Brilliant. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks, guys. And until next time, up the Palace. Die meisten.
You know you've reached peak couple energy when your undies match. MeUndies Match Me has you both covered, literally, in super soft ultra-modal undies, socks, PJs, and loungewear. Festive prints? Check. Cozy vibes? Double check. And right now, it's deal season. Get up to 50% off site-wide for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. take your couple game to the next level with MeUndies Match Me. To get deals up to 50% off, go to MeUndies.com/ACAST. Enter promo code ACAST. That's MeUndies.com/ACAST. Code ACAST.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
How do more than 100 million Fortnite players join the battle without lag? AWS is how Epic Games scales up to keep them in the action. AWS powers next-level innovation for millions of businesses.